somebody you have to believe more than me, Kennedy Agyapong. I have all the videos.
And awarding damages of $18 million. The ruling is more than a legal victory.
The actual damage. And the na judge in the kind no, na all kind juries no ruling. Do the bar no kind. And the honorable Ken lawyer reason judge Busa honorable Ken lawyer and said, then a dear no pay. And was or requested for a mistrial. And a judge in say, okay, or more 30 days.
But the Pammy in your case, no, and us any honorable Kennedy Agyapong, or maybe in your case, no. Now, assembling Chilmukran saying, and Okra woman in the dear he, and Okrana Hano, ye baby Dino Krawaha. But we said Kevin Taylor and a lawyer a granted interview, a bebo near Teens and Muso Mokai, not after so a dear pan a cover same way could buy. Honorable Ken and the copy more America. Only that Fred and a year interview. So interview no and I'll cover same wing in Island. At the Abba. Now damages ni we need the echo near the one sem to sing. Nyabotre, ne subscribe to channel no na afi no like video no say the be am update bia to mon sabet me account. Very important. Na afi no wanya me videos bia me betum bia hwe. Yenko asem ni so street. Ye wo ho. Ene ati se video bi security wa bonten. A omo kire se Anas edinkunim na eye nokre anase yentro. For comment egu comment section. Na yenko asem ni mu video no koso na na interview no koso no ewo Kevin Taylor video so ena na Gezi say na wo hwe program ni bi ena ko comment wase me say Sulemana ena a man message tag na Gezi it na Gezi so ba so ba hwe bi into tag na Gezi reply of the man and say I tried suing him in Ghana but was advised defamation has time limit in Ghana. Educate me. Can I pick it up here in the US? It na Gezi and so kwa ya obi adinkunim no and one say one so try sen ko siu na honorable Kennedy Agyapong ko siu no e Ghana but defamation wo Ghana na e time limit into 20 menye na obusa se ono ko America se ye nua be mai adinkunim yi de ene obusa anasa adinkunim ono so betima sa siu papa honorable Kennedy Agyapong ewo America na or advice ultimately onya kan obesi unipa eti we any idea course wo interview na se capture ye je se de beto ne ahade e course na asembe na asi eno ewo ho na nurse picture beto dwa na omse wono anka se nam se papa yi na nim de sesa ade chi bia wo ye sei wo de sei na nim ye sei mzi we kwai wono amba de anyway eti nurse picture ba bonten one honorable Kennedy Agyapong akopie mu ewo court wa se ya ye ka say SS County court ho onom kopie ye building na mu mi omo hye ho na omo check de ekone de yeba na de hu ya ne se eja sorry na wama verdict wo kire se ya ye ka say sika sei echicheche mu akuaku 5 million bi 5 million bi 5 million bi ho asemete sen ye be ko ni nyina mu na yenko he video na honorable Kennedy Agyapong any that Fred ya akofanse mu nyina alen de aba no
a lot of people because we fight now we step on toes. So those toes will definitely high people go out there, disgrace you and everything. I know intimeno and happen. Let me go to Ambeswan. A criminal like Anas, very evil guy, very, very evil. And he continues to do that. Even under MPP for Heshelde Anas. And so, as far back as February 2018, now we have just been in power for 1 year. Now Anas, a Cossetti, MPP ministers up. You see somebody you have to believe more than me, Kennedy Agyapong. I have all the videos. And I've given you the date, 8 February 2018. Anas, that evil boy, was setting MPP people up to disgrace them. That's how he makes his money. Or blackmailing. And he saw a swelling or no akasa or McGinna come press also or where you crop for on where is journalist or unravel corruption or my country.
On the video Bob saying the video Baba too just said and wasema Okan or radio says or bad premises the bisa amount for mono and omote ya was sign and check and a woo ya and one church him were interpret about the cartoon page and amount for chas here interpret
Mamen Kasim true. I'm Kasim true. Uni nipa. Assume me say be nam de koto ho na ma obi akoye. Wo a woni ni ye dwuma. Enipa no ewu ye within 20 minutes. Me na maintain po. Now who the akoto social media or the two so no. Did he even say good things about Ameswali? No sympathy, nothing. And when I will say he's behind it because he wanted to divert attention. One, Argentina Asemasi. Police investigation crying young course. Now who was sending message to a congressman here? Some mimica saying, well, Argentina for Magini Susasana. Ghana for Magini Susasa. A criminal like that. Now where Nipa or no anas a kum Chinese pokumu. Now me call court to me kind.
I know any proof until honor yem for honor and Tony.
Me want proof when I catch you, please. I
have fast proof for no my police for honor yen trying so cry. Yeah, but your honor yen chasso until honor yen inside.
Crash it. I think Mr. Me what proof. I have all the videos of the Chinese people. What are you talking about? My court to crack can I know radio so I've gone to court and stated it clearly. Why are you afraid? Why?
I know Kennedy Agyapong yen share so far no wono share situation na as omo dwiri niam gu so ku animase
na panyire wo na wo man your problem mu amuti Ghana America han with all due respect to some of Ghanaians no a wo mu ni adwuma papa bi ye no a wo sorry wo ti social media wo mu na sa asem we yo many enkam court enkam court because enyuma me pese me ye de boa Ghana no nya ni sa Jimmy Sem no a ebi moti radio so ni TV so ene akromfo to say anas or jinkofo sasi Roman sisters no na wunya soldier fo mpanfo nyina edi nachi I will talk and the nya me problem and I mean maka kire wo say me nim say once I'm fighting for the truth there be I'll get
now video ni ni we na akofa asem ni nyina de aba we na akofa asem ni nyina de aba no now omakopiem wo court a court ye de court o ma no asem kwan ye fa so sansem ne court so menim se American na honorable Kennedy Agyapong ka asem no enti na otimi siw no American ne da ene de menim ho asem but asem no American ene yedi no now omakopiem wo court judge sorry wama ruling yenkotie judge ruling a wode mai
Judge, in our initial finding, we awarded $18 million and a breakdown, presuming $5 million, actual $5 million, and punitive $8 million. With your verdict and your note, your jury service in this case is complete. I truly have enjoyed working with you. You've been an attentive jury. Thank you so much for your service. You are discharged.
Judge, the defendant would like to thank the jury for their support.
Get out while you can. Thank you so much. Everyone appreciates your service. Okay, so the court's decision, as we start at the end, the court is denying the request for mistrial, and everyone can file motions at the appropriate time, and the court will address everything after the motions are filed appropriately and then responded appropriately. Does anyone have any questions about anything? No. Thank you. Okay. Good luck to everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thanks so much for everything.
Asemwe ana judge editudwa ni ruling o maye ni owie na Anas areme ya Anas eja o twa ne video tu mu na o chechire na adwene kan semu a wo se Ghana fo na dofo obia etie enti Anas areme ya eye video edit to abonten after court no ewuli wie.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I stand before you not just as a journalist, but as a witness to history, a child of Ghana's turbulent past, and a soldier in the fight for truth. Yesterday, in the Essex County Superior Court of New Jersey, an 8-member jury delivered a unanimous verdict holding Kennedy Agyapong, former Ghanaian MP, liable for defamation and awarding damages of $18 million. The ruling is more than a legal victory. It is a profound affirmation that truth matters, that justice is not a privilege of the powerful, and that the arc of history does indeed bend towards righteousness. My story begins long before this moment. I was born at the 37 Military Barracks in Accra, the son of the soldier who served in an era where power belonged to those who wielded the gun. I grew up watching my nation transition from military rule to democracy, witnessing firsthand the struggle of ordinary Ghanaians yearning for justice, transparency, and accountability. When Ghana finally embraced democracy, I knew that safeguarding it required more than just laws. It needed the unyielding courage of those willing to hold power accountable. That is why I chose journalism, not as a career, but as a calling. Over the years, my team and I have exposed corruption at the highest levels, from the corridors of politics to the halls of justice. But in fighting the corrupt, one becomes a target. Mr. Agyapong, in a desperate bid to silence me, labeled me a land grabber, an extortionist, a murderer, a tax evader.
On say Anas the video the Bible ntino. Na e was say Honorable Kennedy Agyapong call for so e Bible ntin bekasa. Krata no emu asem ma yen kan yen almost e di asem na asie. Status of Essex Court case Anas versus Kennedy Agyapong. On Friday, the jury returned a verdict and awarded 80 million damages against Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. This case was based on instruction of the trial judge to award actual and compensatory damages if they found Honorable Kennedy Agyapong guilty of defamation. Being dissatisfied, Honorable Kennedy's lawyer demanded a notification of the trial on grounds there was a mistrial. The judge asked them to hold on because the trial was not yet concluded. The case was adjourned to Tuesday for the jury to consider the award of punitive damages only. On Tuesday, the jury reconvened and considered the award of punitive damages only. During deliberation of jury on Tuesday, the jury sent a question to the judge, which was read in open court. The jury stated that during Friday consideration, they had awarded 5 million for actual damages, 5 million for compensatory damages, and 8 million for punitive damages, which was against instruction and procedure of the court. At this time, lawyers of Honorable Kennedy Agyapong moved for a mistrial. The judge realized the error committed by the jury and accordingly discharged them. He has 30 days to rule on the mistrial. At the moment, there is no verdict because the jury verdict was not entered as a decision of the court. It is a asem we nchiri mu nyina ne say yebebo Honorable Kennedy Agyapong ekadia na che say ebe punitive damages only. It is a isika no so betimi atete aba form a enkonkoye said the abeto abontin a obia edi eho enkomo no according to court nkrata ebaye. Na se ya ye ka say Kevin Taylor agranti interviewer why ye lawyer for Anas Aremeya Anas and them say wachire nsem nimu said the course wo court any ade no na ekoso enra na enkofo edi hu nkomo no. But for now no yampa say Honorable Ken court say yabuya no for damages in the bebon, but say a punitive only. It say enkoye 18 million. It say after 30 days ni nyina akokosi ania NMC be who ka obedie. Eti yanko honorable Kennedy Agyapong case no. Lawyer no kasa ewo Kevin Taylor fidi no nsemo a ori tu dwa.
You know, the interesting thing is I quite remember that you were sued in the US sometime in 2021.
Yes.
And that actually caused my clients to begin inquiring about possibly if there's if there was anything out there, whether it will be actionable in the US. So you have some significance to today's events. So shortly after, when you were going through your motion to dismiss, we actually took a keen interest in that case and reviewed all the pleadings. And during that time also, my client informed me of a video that was circulating on social media. I just say, "Yeah, papa no, and someone just like about my client." So, like, you know, as the intellectuals that we are, we started opening the books and try to see where we can lay a claim. And so, interesting enough, I mean, after reviewing the video, I you know, in our training, there's something that we are taught. So, in your case, no, it has to pass the test, and the case has to stand on all fours, which means that you do an analysis of whether there's jurisdiction in place, whether you have all the elements of each claim that you want to bring, you know. So we went through all of that, and my conclusion was yes, on the basis of video now, my client is send them, you know. You tweet back court New Jersey, as I say, yeah, papa no video no so yeah, papa na add and the new some say or kase free fee New Jersey. Now when you say you move for so no the diaspora is very important. Obviously, what you do is testament to that fact. And you know, there was an audience that he spoke to. We're Ghana for. They all take a keen interest in the happenings in Ghana, especially the politics in Ghana. So we thought, you know, there was solid grounds for us to be in the court in New Jersey. So I advised my clients accordingly. Now the interesting thing is that in the defamation sits here, no, say what kind of mark they had to work for court. It's a separate case.
Yeah.
It's not to mean what you mean Ghana and from the defending way, you still have to prove the truth of it. And you know, before they will go to trial, no, there's mandatory settlement conference. I better say this maybe by this time no will be say yeah grow no or they'll commit to the rights and senses and decide say, you know, this shouldn't go on because yes. And I acquire no, unfortunately, you know, me and you know, Anas disagreed with me, but I prepared a settlement memorandum that sought to settle this case for $18 million. Just like the jury came back. As you know, these days we have all kind of tools that we can use to predict certain things.
Before you go ahead, this is where the contention is, and people saying 80 million, others saying a year 30 million. You know. Now, when you read,
well, we'll come to that. Let me clarify. Let me just clarify.
Yeah.
Okay. Complaints the coin. Yeah, claim for $30 million. $30 million.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. And what I'm saying is that at the before the mandatory settlement conference, or before the jury is empaneled, even though my client had firmly informed me he had no intention of settling this case because he believes that he ought to go to a jury of his peers to clear his name. But maybe you know, let's just prepare our settlement memorandum, be thorough and be reasonable.
Yeah.
And you know, even though he protested, I prepared a settlement memorandum that sought to settle this case for $18 million. Okay. Now you do settlement conference, you know, papa about court. Now the lawyer just said what he was willing to settle this matter for, and he said $10,000. So honestly, you know,
it's clarification is very, very important. You know, normally Ghana.
Okay.
Into Muko Drew Hono, and that's initially ne you have kind of simple street language, and the damages are not paid around $30 million. And the client and Anas Kasa say
a woman saw 30 million, and yes, he can na ope. In fact, he wants his name to be cleared, and then any priority of going to court.
Yes.
But because of the experience, now unim sibi anyo matiano, uno client here and ask Kasai and say, it would be better and to be reasonable to at least settle on $80 million. And I'll say, Okra no client and us, no, you did not really agree, but because he respects you as his counsel and as a lawyer, no, you people ended up around that money, around that figure, which is $80 million.
Oh yes, like I said, your lawyer at a Wemega, New York.
Oh, yeah.
And also come home. And Andrew D here.
Yeah, you are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Wemega is there.
Yes,
D here is there. Crow is there. Yourself. Basically, as we are speaking to you, we are speaking to all of them because.
Yes. So, the whole team agreed on that, but he was the only reluctant one in settling the matter. But procedurally, we couldn't go to trial without actually going through to the settlement conference.
Yes.
Now, in spite of his reservations, we still almost cut our demand down to about a little over half.
Okay.
But to our surprise, Papa no buy and also no bet you $10,000 to end the case.
No.
You know, I want an arbitrator who said no. Some way, I'm sure so I can papers, no. So he said basically, go and take your gamble in the courtroom. So that's how we ended up going to trial. So like to go back to how it ended, So at about 4:50 on Thursday. And the jury brought us in and they told us what unanimously what they had arrived at. But, we decided to keep it under wraps because, there was a component, you multiply 18 million by 5, money do 90 million for a total of about...
That was the plan.
Yeah, that was the plan. Yeah. Because
to do that. Okay.
Yes. And then you decided to say about to go with coming public with the finding of culpability on Thursday.
Yeah.
Pay a coin, we ended up leaving that alone. A pursuit of ×5 because almost file motions be I just say or see a two in terms of that and sana say one way or another I go back I could pursue that ×5 and I say depending on what happens, maybe I bit me German and cafe. At this time, almost my court don't say almost be into swore.
Okay. So at this point, my court will say about 80 million or almost pentiswo. How many days do they have to file that?
Okay. So at this point, the next thing that's going to happen is that there's going to be a paper. A judgment. I just say court reading seal better so.
Yeah.
That would take a few days, and then after that, I believe there's a 5-day rule that's within which you can file that motion. So a bare motion, depending on how that motion goes,
okay.
We will get a chance. We may get a chance to attempt to get our ×5 of that 18 million, or a big jam and a So depending on how that motion goes,
So for now,
yes.
18, Obintiminka said that is the end of the case. It depends.
No, it's not because hypothetically, so much to grab back 10, we still have the opportunity to go for ×5.
That is 50. Okay.
Yeah, into the extra 50 plus. Yeah, hypothetically, so much to back 10, we can go for another ×5.
Diabusiafo na assembly tintin ni titie nyina ne se e ka na da ho na e wo se utua no ana se wo se court de bono no e on hold sisi enyanka ho asem enti enyam ma verdict bia wa asem ho as time ya ye ka sei na honorable Ken Agyapong enkofo e di audio bia ba bontin ma membo na yenti o munso nsem o munso di atudwa
abusiafo memma mu nyina mo achi memma mo aha memma mo ajo shaibula sisi ni na ade ewo mu nyina ne se publication bia mo hu na bontene se Anas adinkunim about $80 million bin enye nokrenne enye nokrochina na Anas adena Anas aye no nyame ekwa Kennedy Agyapong video bi me the video bi ba be send mo a matra America mo ni kwan fa so di asem na ya mo channel pa me extensive ewo ayi Solid TV Ghana say na about 1:49 AM mo nim sire di asem ewo America judge no say juries na omukọ tena asem so omukọ video no judge ne ma omo instructions say omo nkọhwe no omo discuss the actual damage is no ayemiensa the compensation, the punitive, and also the actual damage. And to omo ba no meka che judge ne say omo arrive at $18 million, $5 million for compensation, $5 million for actual damage, and $8 million for punitive. Punitive ni say yeah book in Japan kasebe from emma no kondo so obe federal discuss asem no. And na honorable Ken lawyer raise say judge no nkofro man ni instruction so also they should go and discuss about the actual damage. And the na judge ne kind no na or kind juries no ruling do mo de ba no kan anti honorable Ken lawyer reason judge busa honorable Ken lawyer na say then again no open and was or request for a mistrial and a judge ne say okay omo 30 days obia and file for the motion judge no or can say omo 30 days obian file for the motion ne de anas wakati ho no ana baabia na judge no all kind juries no menkas omo ruling no omo findings no omo statement no ana anas akutwa ho no de aba munim say anas lawyer a fre guy honorable Ken ema omo call request formally so oba take video say they should also put in the videos in the app. Nanka also put in the app now I say 1-1 draw. But for now no for announce to even put up the judge's video our bontino a case. The Mr. Kennedy Agyapong kun we say no enyankopon na ekoma no announce the ahoma chichire no ho. Etimo obia yemu nhihye no omo ye sa TV3 ne hwan na Kevin Taylor omo ye Kennedy Agyapong atanfo mo be Kennedy Agyapong asem. But asem no ye niwe enti obia ma na komantɔ ne yem menim sɛ yam wɔkyena me the full details na de ebebrɛ mu.
All right, enti abusuafo na de ɛda hɔ no enti we de ɛyɛ asem wo case no yɛse yɛ din wie enti no yeguso yɛ de yɛse yɛ wɔ hɔ yɛ bɛba bia ba bɛka ho asem ama yɛ tiefo ɛne adɔfo a wɔn hwɛ page nso ɛtime ho ne ɔma ɛkɔso na maame kan krataa wie ma osisi yɛ krataa wie ɛda so yi ɔmo say the details that most people are missing or misunderstanding, incorrect reporting all around because Anas came out to say so. A jury's decision, but not rendered as final judgment by the court. Without a court judgment, there is no award. The judge has dismissed the jury for not following instructions. He is considering ruling it a mistrial at the request of Ken's attorney. Note the following. The court criticized Anas' investigative method, stating that his work resembled investigative terrorism and that Agyapong's description of him as blackmailer, corruption, extortionist, and evil were not entirely unjustified. Asɛm a ɛda ɛpono so a yɛnyina yɛdi ho nkɔmɔ anaasɛ obi a ɛka ho asɛm no ɛnyɛ saa netie judge no ɛntwrongu krataa so wabɔ honorable ka sei anaasɛ sei ɛyɛ ade a yɛtu wahyɛ da yama ne 30 days kura so ɔmo nkɔdwene ho no ɔmo samra ne nyɛ ho adwuma na sɛ yɛbɛbɔ ne ka koraa no a ɛbɛyɛ punitive only ɛno ne ɛbɛyɛ nti deɛ da abɔnten a wate biara no huda brother nsɛm for now until say ye better verdict na ankasa be wura court nkratem na de ka ho biem so ene say anasare me ya lawyer kofre honorable Ken Kofo so omo so upload video na eda omo upload omo de no omo so upload and omo so omo nye because e basa omo so akonya asem o court you say ye ka say no omo mom na em so makọ upload video a na ni kwa say ba bonten for now eda bonten a eno so ye asem for Fred dapono so we any de wo Honorable Kennedy Agyapong nsem eno kwenam de ama no krata atententin a etwa gu amfidie su edos too much court on krata no edos too much makan ehunu de wom entina medi sa nkomo we nyina no ope copy sa metima forward e de ama mimi din de kwana.
How to use the laser home kit. First, apply the gel directly to the tooth surface as demonstrated on the video. Second, connect the light to your phone using the USB provided. Leave the light shining on your teeth for 16 minutes. Fourth, rinse your mouth and the mouthpiece with water, cold water. And lastly, smile. Using the toothpaste separately. Brush twice daily with the toothpaste. Bear in mind, this product is not suitable for pregnant women, breastfeeding mothers, and children under 18 years old. Enjoy!
I am Bushafo. So, pair a sifita structure of what yet, and the Nafa Hokodom unique laser whiten. Any tea stains, coffee stains, smoking stains, beer, unique laser whitening product. Ebe yini nyina free summer kama. The oyan is so befraying. I was 079-9979-2330. Unique laser whitening. Or say Muni Seso.
Unique. Pennyfor se bibi o wiase ntine da ni atopnum na ne pabone fonti e wo se wo bambo hu hia na ne papa mu de Pro Technologies ana me kan fama wo ane Pro Technologies. We are specialized in both sales and installation of CCTV cameras. Yeton esa install CCTV cameras in the South Ghana and NASA brochure na ufi Ghana. Now person CCTV camera installation. We need Pro Technologies and in South. We get CCTV camera installation, electric fence, automated gate, access control, video doorbell, and intercom, and satellite TV, home theater. So upe biato, and wato, and a person be install them out. Pro Technologies and our software. Na shenen so. Fidye nyina from America brochime ndi sane papam na opedia manwene ho na ne bo anso da form meche ye no the web brochime ha ene e branch e wo Ghana ye ni mo bra wo bre nti sika fire nsem se fanya japade ma wo Ghana wo da na ne tenese ye san general construction so web brochire na peso si fi Ghana e dan plan bi o peso si se wa sha se dada ana afi na peso si plan bia ye besi ama eno achi so ye solar power ana bamba ho nsensem bi ade woni ye ni nsawoso ne sanso ye smart home abefo fidie bi apese hye e wo fie ana watwuma mo de ma wo woni ye ni nsawoso we are just a call away ne sanso wadan de ma han ana ofre brochire bedu Ghana na wo pe full house room ana apartment ahan for short term and a long term ye be ma obiane border form na bamba ho nsem de manwene ho enna ye interior decoration so wasi fie na wie ana ye su fie na ma no ye sign decoration ye be siesie fie ana office o e de ama eno ati so tom fidie bi na wo ho kwa fa so install ana ne settings ye be ye e de ama e wo Ghana wo be hu yen wo mira fra denta e de wani a che dodoa wo be hu ye e wo ahye ye ne Emerlin Pharmacy e na wo the same building. For information or WhatsApp 401-7570-300 and a plus 401-6992-254. Pro Technologies. We have the solutions for your security and home entertainment needs at affordable prices.
Confirm me subscribe to channel way, but omuni eye notifications and me ba live for anase me post video to ma omu hunu me video nhwe. Etian wan se obekọ eye YouTube no so wabọ me din Ekonaba TV no ebe yaba. Eyi ba no wabọ me video ba akoso. Obo me video ba akoso a se won subscribe ya no wa subscribe button no so. Se won subscribe so no wa mia adoma no so to all notification. We ne saa na se me the video tumu a ubonsa won sabe kana won so wanya bi ahwe se de be ya me ba obehu mi nti no mia adoma no so na Facebook kai so be like me page no se de be ya me video bi a me post bi ansa betimi aka bi betimi akọ settings e wo phone no so na wa mia settings no akọ notification na afi akọ mia eye YouTube no wo dia to notification button to wa mia to ho se de be ya me ba live wa benya me nti na me kire saa no ma we nyina me serew se wonya ne saa ye ne saa se won subscribe to me channel so a subscribe to channel se de be me video tuma unsa betimi aka bi me da se